Talking to you, Swerve. Back like tramp stamps and vertebrae. That's right. No Pyro podcast, bitches. We in the building like asbestos. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? How y'all grilling? How y'all living?
Feeling like mesothelioma.
Shout out to Judge Mathis at 2 p.m. on Fox 29. Every 47th minute, we got the mesothelioma ad.
I just want to make a shout out to all of our listeners. You are not guaranteed a lump settlement by listening to us. Get a job, I guess. We're not paying you. Sorry.
Since we shouting out, can I also shout out to J.G. Wentworth?
It's your money. Use it now.
The rebranding on J.G. Wentworth has been amazing. Let me just say, they went with the opera. They went with the guy on the bus. They rapping now.
He's getting a glow up.
Come on, hey, I'm just saying. I'm trying to feel the glow like Naomi. I mean,
R.I.P. to Naomi. Jesus Christ.
well, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our 104th episode, and if you don't know by now, I am your host, Total Mac, aka TVD Mac, aka Sig Flair. Joining me are my other hosts, Swervy Lee, aka Two Sub Swerve, aka Swervy Atmos, aka Swollen Powell, FKA Yoko Tuna, aka I ain't got one this week, man. I don't know. I definitely make them up as I say your AKAs.
That's it right there. You ain't got one this week.
Nah. AKA, we ready for Thursday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring it on. Joining us, as always, the anchor, the man with the mission. His name, No Chill Drew, aka EGB, aka Applebee's Don, aka.
Oh yeah.
That bad boy sounded fresh.
Whew,
Crisp.
damn.
Like the expiration date was nowhere near in sight.
Nowhere. We're going to have to start putting that can on payroll, man. Damn. Drew, are you going to watch Thursday?
What is Thursday?
I thought you was a low-key Xbox fanboy.
No.
You ever gonna check out the competition, man? You're not even gonna see what's out there?
Oh, I'll check it out. I mean, I'm not going to be sitting there with bated breath, but I'll check it out afterwards.
All I hear is this. I hear it's going to be a first-party exclusives dream. That's what I keep hearing.
What? I mean, that's fun and all, but you're not getting an exclusive for the next 2 years. So, I mean, here's games that are barely in development.
Cyberpunk 2077, right, Swerve?
I mean, I could play it too.
We've been waiting. We've been waiting for that game for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if even people are gonna even really like rush to buy that because I'm already not interested in that game.
It was cool when the Xbox One X came out.
By the way, here's the thing. Their marketing team is terrible. Can I just say that?
Xbox or Cyberpunk?
Xbox. You're going to be dealing with a lot of parents and a lot of grandparents who are going to be trying to buy a game system for a kid for Christmas. What's going to be easier to pick out? PlayStation 5? It's a fifth one. Okay, that's the newest one. Or what do we want? Do we want the Xbox One X, the Xbox One S, the Xbox Series X, or the Xbox Series? Fuck it. 360 is the larger number. Let's just get them an Xbox 360.
Are you still playing with your PSP over there, Drew, or what?
I mean, I don't know how Nintendo Wii fucked something up and with the Wii U, and Microsoft is like, hey, they had a good idea there. Let's fucking do that. Let's just make the name as confusing as fuck. That looked good.
Which PlayStation are you going to buy?
Which one am I? I'm going to buy the one with the disc drive.
Smart man. How did you come to that conclusion?
I assume.
Before you answer, for our listeners who are deciding which console they're going to go with for console wars, it's an exciting time. You want to make a switch from Xbox to PS or PS to Xbox? Cool. If you want to cop both, cool. Are you going to buy one first and then the other like some people are? Cool. But Drew, if you're convincing somebody to stay PlayStation and or convincing somebody to move from green to blue, what made you say I'm sticking with PS?
Well, I've always been a fan of story-driven games, single-player story-driven games. PlayStation has those exclusives downlocked. We know we're getting Miles Morales in December. Xbox has already announced they're not getting exclusives for at least 2 years. It does suck that they don't have Game Pass, but I assume Sony's probably not far behind on doing something like that. For the disc drive unit, the reason I'm getting that, let's face it, these new consoles, when they first come out, the storage space isn't the biggest when they first come out, especially with games that come down the line where it's like, you're going to need most of your storage space just to install this motherfucker. So if you're getting one without a disc drive, it's like, I'm going to have like 4 games on this motherfucker. Like, that's all you're going to have. I'd rather just get the disc. That way, you know, I'm done with it. If it's a shitty game, I can just take it back. I can rent the game. Also, let's face it, PlayStation's marketplace doesn't do like sale prices. Assassin's Creed, not Origin. Yeah, Origin is still like $60 on PlayStation Network. That motherfucker's like $14 at GameStop.
God damn.
Why
Like,
so?
What's that?
Why so high?
Because that way, when they decided to have their sale, they'd be like, "Hey, look at this! We're taking 80% off this mug. Oh my gosh, look at this! You might want to pick this up now. It's 80% off, and it's like the same price as at GameStop, but it's like no, it's like 80% off now. That's crazy. We're doing you a service. Thank us."
Swerve, you and I have talked over hours upon days upon probably weeks about what to get about the Switch, because I have an Xbox, you have an Xbox, you also have a PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Not even gonna say if. What are you looking for from Microsoft on Thursday?
So Swerve's one of those rich kids.
Two subs Swerve.
Swerve is not one of those rich kids.
I have a Super Nintendo and a Genesis.
Swerves make sacrifices that are not seen by the public eye.
Come on, man, talk to him.
But anyway,
he said he had to grind like that to shine like this, Drew.
I am looking for them to show me something new, something that the competition delivers that they do not. And I would also be looking for the vice versa of Sony. I would look for a nice multiplayer game from Sony, that since that's not their strong point. And they have another show coming up at some point, so they may have an opportunity to show that.
In August.
I will say this. Here's how Microsoft can pique my interest. If they drop a Fable announcement for like, not a remake, I don't want any more fucking remakes. Because God knows how many times they remade Halo. I'm talking like a Fable 4 that looks good. I'll be like, you know, maybe I have to like look into this.
That's one of the rumors. Believe me, I would love to buy one system and just keep it there, but they just make it impossible.
Well, like if you're going to come out with that one like Rome game that they came out with for their launch on Xbox One, if that's your big fucking get for single player games, man, that game looked like shit. I heard it was shit.
What, Rise?
Yeah, Fall of Rome. Yeah.
No, that was a pretty good game. I mean, it was a launch game, but it wasn't terrible.
It just seemed like it was, hey, look at our graphics. Okay, but it's the game.
Oh yeah,
good?
it wasn't great in other areas, but it was probably one of their graphical showpieces that they had for the time.
And that, I mean, I understand that that's what they've always looked at. Xbox has always been better than PlayStation graphically, except maybe this generation. This generation, they've been pretty close, depending on your TV. But like, it's like, okay, graphics are fine, but I don't need to see a pile of shit in 4K. Like, I believe you, it's a pile of shit.
I do. If
I don't need to see the core nuggets and everything like that.
I need to see what you ate.
Yeah, if I'm putting in the money on a system, I want to see the pores on your skin.
Right.
Or as the NBA 2K series does, look at all the sweat. Guys, every fucking new system, it's like, we got the sweatiest motherfuckers in here. Check out that sweat.
I think it's so that your girl can buy it for you. That's why. So they can look at it.
Speaking of girls, did we ever find out who Bay likes? Was it D'Lo Brown or was it?
Oh. Yeah, I got an answer. Let me go back to it. Hold on for a second. Drew, keep talking while I look at this.
So I remember, I think it was Xbox 360 when that first came out, and they're doing something for NBA Live where they literally were just showing Shaq during the free throw, going, "Look at his sweat. He's sweating so bad. Oh my, that's a lot of sweat." And I'm like, yeah, Shaq at the free throw line. Of course he's fucking sweating.
All right.
Yeah, that's how he looks.
So here's the answer. Wait a minute. Let me find it. So her first answer was, I said, "Which one do you like?" She said, "What do you mean?" LOL. So, where is it? I just had it. I think that was her answer. What you mean?
That's where she left it? What you mean?
Oh, wait a minute. No. That's where she left it.
Did you respond at all?
I did.
You thought she was trying to set her up. She wasn't trying to fall for the oop-de-whoop.
No, she didn't. I'll ask her again.
Hey, so sidebar here, but is anyone else getting spammed by these like Skype bots, or is it just me?
Skype
every time I log on, it's a new face on here saying hi.
No.
It want me to come check out their porn channel.
Oh. Okay, we got an answer. So I said my first wrestler was Apollo Crews. She said, "Who that?" Next is D'Lo Brown, and then we have Xavier Woods. All right, here we go. We're gonna get a live answer here.
Better be careful. If she Google any of them, she's gonna pull up real footage on Xavier.
Watch her send back a picture of Crush from Nation of Domination days. This is the shit I like.
So she acknowledged that I sent them before already. She's like, "Yeah, you already sent me these." So I said, "Which one do you like the best?"
I gotta admit, that's a strange question coming from your fiance.
And again, she responds with, "What you mean?" I want to say, are they cute?
Are these men half naked cute to you?
Well, can we just move on because I don't like this answer.
Listen, man, you got to ask the question the right way. You got to say, babe, if you was FedEx and you had a box, who you giving it to?
All right.
Why do you gotta say it like that, man? That's fucked up.
Her initial answer was she has to see Three's bod. LOL.
Who was 3?
Xavier Woods.
Oh.
Send her a still of the page video. Send her a still. Here's her bod. I didn't know how much was too little, so I just sent you all of it.
Fuck you, Drew.
Oh, boy.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna send the one with the hair on the chest. She's not gonna like that. All right, here we go. And she said, "Come on now. Let's move on."
What'd she say?
She didn't say anything. She picked Xavier.
Of course she did.
What's wrong with Apollo Crews? Is it the smile? I just want to know.
Looks like a good guy.
D'Lo Brown, he protect you with his vest. I mean, that's
Apollo Crews looks like somebody who you'd bring over to Smash, and he'd bring his Wii remote, thinking you meant Smash Brothers, and would actually be upset when you start taking off your clothes. That's what Apollo Crews looks like.
to me.
Are you gonna plug in your controller or what? Put your
Apollo
clothes back on.
Crews definitely looks like that nice guy that comes over for a date, and you know you're not going to screw him when he comes over for a date.
Apollo Crews, when you go out and you ask your mom if she can buy some Terry Crews, and she's like, "No, we got Terry Crews at home." That's what the Terry Crews at home is. Apollo Crews.
Damn, you call it Apollo Crews 2 slices of bread instead of the actual McDonald's bun? That's crazy.
Not the end pieces, Drew. The one that no one else wants.
The booty bread? Oh.
Apollo Crews is definitely the Save-A-Lot brand Ziploc cereal.
Oh my god.
Apollo Crews looks like he's comfortable with going home with his tail between his legs after she tells him no. We're just friends.
Well,
Apollo
wait,
Crews,
what else are you supposed to do?
Apollo Crews is that guy who hangs up the phone and goes, "Golly, she loves washing her hair. She's not in the mood to have sex again. Wow, she really likes washing her hair. I understand that though."
So Avi, you have your answer. She likes out of the 3, her number 1 would be Xavier Woods. From the 3 I selected, so he's it. I mean, whatever.
And that wasn't even like the answer to the question. We literally pre-selected 3 wrestlers.
Right.
If she saw the roster, you never know. She might be like, I like Midian.
Midian. Next week I'll send Midian, Eugene, and I'll send
Crush from the Nation of Domination.
Why you insist on it being crushed?
Because god damn it, we gotta. He's got the awesome Kong hair. We gotta send it.
Brian Adams. Jesus.
The head, the drawn on tattoo on his head.
Oh, wait, you gonna send Chronic Crush? Oh, you might be in trouble.
No, not Chronic Crush. Nation of Domination Crush.
Oh.
It's very specific. Denim jacket, drawn on tattoo
jeans.
on his forehead, blue jeans.
The generic look.
Possibly standing behind Farouk. You got to be like, no, not Farouk though. Crush.
I'll tell you what, Drew McIntyre looks like a reincarnated Crush.
He does. He fucking does.
I'll tell you that. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, enough of us talking about nonsense.
Oh, you know what? I got one more piece of nonsense to talk about though before we go on to the no nonsense.
Go ahead.
I finally watched Hamilton in full. Have you guys checked out Hamilton at all?
If I hear another motherfucker talk about Hamilton, I'm gonna change my last name to Hamilton.
I'm a bit confused as why or what this is.
So on Disney Plus, the
Okay.
musical Hamilton, they put the musical Hamilton from Broadway on Disney Plus, and that I finally got through the full thing. It's like a 3 hour fucking musical. I don't got time to fucking sit down and just watch a 3 hour musical. But I got through it. I watched the whole thing. It was great. I thought it was great.
There's not a person who I heard say, "Yeah, everyone likes it." I don't know if I can just sit through watching it. I don't know.
You know what though? You say that, and I said it too. I'm like, man, I'm not a big musical fan. And then like opening song, I'm just like, okay, I'm here.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like that Tiger King shit. I mean, it'll be here, then it's going tomorrow.
No, I mean the musical came out in like I think like 2017 or 18, and it's been big since then.
Yeah, I know. They've been planning on touring it nationwide for a while. They were gonna bring it here, but Corona happened. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, everyone loves it. It's the new Cats, from what I hear.
Cats is wilder.
Cats stay wild.
All right. So beyond the nonsense, where do you want to start?
You want to keep it in chronological or what?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we'll start with Fight for the Fallen because we didn't just have a special event the week prior. Um,
The Corona
I,
edition.
I'm all for pro wrestling being like, hey, let's just have special events on our normal slot instead of, the regular TV shows. So, instead of having pay per view, we'll just put it, on TNT. But I don't need it 3 weeks in a row. And I think that kind of just like wore off on me. That I'm just like, Fight for the Fallen's on. Okay. Like, give me a little space in between. We
It's
literally
like
just
having
had fighter.
it's like having Christmas every day.
Yeah, it's like, okay, mommy and daddy are out of fucking money. So you're just getting your shit that you already own wrapped.
You walk in the house. Where the hell's my TV at? Under this tree.
By the way, we got to move out because I am out of money and we are getting evicted. Anywho, we'll start with TNT Championship match.
Oh boy.
Cody defending against No Pyro's favorite wrestler,
There he is.
Sonny Kiss.
Sonny Kiss got all the flowers that night.
Yes, sir.
Night.
What's that?
Everyone loved Sonny that night.
Yeah, Sonny was a pretty good wrestler. Did get to show off. Did not win, so Cody is still a champion.
Aren't these your favorite kind of matches though? When you get a good match, but you're not mad at the winner.
Yeah. And I
No, because you want a match where you expect somebody to lose, or it goes either way. Not when you know that the person's not going to win.
Well,
What
here's
kind of
what I
fun is
did
that?
afterwards. After the match, Excalibur kind of made a good point, saying that Cody's looking like he's getting worn down. Like having to defend the belt every week is catching up to him. So they're kind of making this into its own storyline where, he's eventually going to get to a point where he is going to lose that belt and you're going to see that he's like, just broken down because of it. And you're going to see that the title holds its own weight to that. But, then again, they might just not. They might go WWE approach and just forget all about that.
Yeah, but back to my question, and we'll get back to that because I want to talk about that. You're telling me, Swerve, you rather have Cody be your expected winner and then have him win in a way that isn't making the competition look better.
I don't think I said that at all.
So, okay, so what are you saying?
You said that something about winning the match where you don't think they're going to win at all, but you still want a good match. What the
Yeah,
hell's what's the fun in that? I want a good match and expect a possible different outcome than what I know is going to be. Otherwise, why am I even looking at it?
to see how they won.
No, I don't need to see how they won.
I've seen matches before where it's been, I don't know, a
Think
wrestler.
think back to the Tony Schiavone comment. Would people will have changed the channel if he said, "Don't bother watching Mick Foley go up against The Rock because The Rock won"? Nobody would have changed the channel had he said that.
That's true. That is true.
I mean,
But
that's
I will say that
about the point.
this match had a lot of like back and forth where you legitimately thought Sonny Kiss might be able to pull it off. And that's something that Cody has been able to do throughout these all these matches is he has made the opponents look like they could win this at any point in time. They could beat Cody. It's not
Yes.
something where he's going in and just steamrolling people.
So did Cesaro and Cena, but we knew that Cena wasn't going to allow that to happen on Raw. Like, come on.
I mean, Cena lost his title to Sheamus once on Raw, so anything can happen.
Sheamus is a former champion, though.
That was
I don't know,
Sheamus' first championship.
they must hold them in a little bit higher regards. And Cesaro hasn't had any heavyweight championships, so it tells you what they think of who you put him up against. That's all I'm
That's because
saying.
he's Swiss.
That's because he's Swiss.
I'm just saying, I'd rather a back and forth match than watch me or have me watching some dull match that you already know who's going to be the winner. With
Yeah, I mean, I guess for if you look at it from an entertainment perspective, that's fine. But I don't want to see a back and forth match from somebody just because, hey, I'm giving you a shot when next week I'm going to squash you, like, the rest of the other 10 weeks or whatever time that they go on this lull and they don't get any victories. I don't want you to just show off for this one time and then go back to being nothing when you're not in title contention. So that it just gets your hopes up for nothing. I don't care for it.
I hear you. But Cody being worn down, Drew, you really think he's worn down?
I think that they're trying to plant that in the seeds as a storyline so that eventually they can get somebody, maybe somebody they bring in, somebody who they want to promote who can take advantage of that, quote unquote.
Any idea?
And as far as an idea of who it could be, maybe MJF if they want to put a belt on him before they put the world title on him.
It's possible. They got to add some more credence to that belt before they do anything, though.
Yeah, they got to put a new
Yeah.
gold plate on that.
They still haven't gotten around to that. What's going on?
They announced that the first week they were going to do that. What the hell happened?
Yeah,
Know.
it's supposed to have been done by now.
That's what I thought. Drew?
I guess they're still closed.
Okay. All right, what's next?
Next up, we have FTR versus the Lucha Brothers. The FTR did eventually get the win on this. Butcher and the Blade got involved a little bit. Young Bucks kind of got involved. Kenny Omega and what's his fucking face? Adam Page got involved a little bit. But at the end of the day, FTR did get a win.
I'm trying to figure out who has been teasing the tag team breakup longer, Bailey and Sasha or Omega and Page.
Probably Bailey and Sasha. But this has felt like it's neck and neck.
Well,
It's got to
Kenny
be.
Omega and Adam Page aren't teasing it anymore. They're not really teasing that breakup anymore.
Oh, okay. That'd
But
be right up their alley as well because they stopped at some point and then they turned it back on.
they are teasing a feud with FTR because of the fact that previous week, after FTR got a win, they try to celebrate with beers, and Kenny turned it down. Of course, he doesn't drink apparently, and that kind of pissed off FTR. This week, they try to celebrate. FTR poured it over Kenny Omega's head and walked out. So
Damn, I could never hang with Hangman then. He would be pissed at me as well.
That's right. O'Doul's with it. Swervy O'Doul.
The next thing that we had was Chris Jericho in the ring. In the ring, bragging about beating NXT in the ratings last week because he was the main event. Called himself the Demo God. Declared Orange Cassidy's career dead. Orange Cassidy did interrupt. He entered the stands, and then just stared him down before he gave him a thumbs down. And then we get a flashback from 1998 when Steve Austin had all that blood just pour all over him. We got orange juice spilling all over Chris Jericho, ruining his $7,000 jacket.
I just want to say shout out to Chris Jericho for knowing he's competing with NXT and not WWE.
Yeah. I guess that's his way of being like, hey, I'm still making nice with Vince. I'm beating NXT, not WWE.
Right.
But yeah, I like how he called himself the Demo God, by the way, because he beat him in every demographic.
Jericho.
I mean, once again, we don't need to bring up that you're beating them in the ratings. Just do your thing. But I do like that they're continuing this feud. Next up, we have 6-man tag. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega taking on the Jurassic Express. The Elite did end up getting the match. Omega is kind of teasing a heel turn during this match. After the win, he ended up actually beating down Stunt a little bit more. Marco Stunt a little bit more.
So
Young
Omega
Bucks.
is teasing the heel turn.
Yeah, he is teasing his heel turn.
You just said they weren't, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I probably fucked my words up. I apologize. Yeah, no, they are teasing a heel turn with Kenny Omega. Not that. Well, I said that they're not teasing a break. They're not teasing that these guys are breaking up, but they are teasing a slight heel turn in Omega's personality.
Oh, so you think that Hangman will ride with this switch, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because he's also teasing that, he's kind of breaking away from the Young Bucks and things like that. So I can definitely see both guys go in that direction. But yeah, he was beating down the smaller guy, Marco Stunt, after the match. Young Bucks were definitely like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Good segment. I definitely hope that they do go with the heel turn just because since he's come over, kind of fell flat from where he was in Japan. So I'm hoping that they do something to make it better. The next match that we have is, I don't know how these two became a tag team, but the Nightmare Sisters, which is Brandy Rhodes and dining out at Denny's, having themselves some ham and some eggs.
Oh shit!
They no longer collecting. Damn, man.
So they get their ham and eggs. They beat local talent MJ Jenkins and Kenzie Page. Afterwards, Former women's champion Nyla Rose comes out and introduces her new manager, Vicky Guerrero.
Oh boy.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So Vicky Guerrero did her thing. Basically, called out the entire women's division, things like that.
Put them on notice, huh?
Yep. Even though, she's the biggest person in the division, she had to put them on notice again.
Wait, what do you mean by that, Drew?
She's the biggest person in the division physically. Like, you don't have to put them on notice. It's like Andre the Giant walking in the locker room going, just so you guys know, I'm here. Like, yeah, we got it, pal.
Oh, boy.
Like, do we fucking Viscera? Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed that I'm here. I don't stand out. I'm just 500 pounds with a fucking neon mohawk, wearing a fucking trench coat in July, but I'm here.
You just called her Viscera, dude.
I mean,
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
I'm gonna take it back. I'm not even gonna take it back.
As you shouldn't.
I wonder who you think Nia Jax is.
No, fuck you don't. No, you don't.
Nia Jax.
Hey. Thanks for that.
Nia Jax is a condom in a McFoley match. Unsafe.
And Drew, it's gonna be a little unsafe in this episode if you don't stop talking shit about my girl.
Going through thumbtacks, going through barbed wire, the condom is unsafe. Not protecting shit. Speaking of not protected, AEW Championship match. Jon Moxley, Brian Cage. Here we fucking go. They have, basically power move. At one point,
this is when he went up against slabs of meat.
He was, however, eventually Jon Moxley got him into a submission hold. Taz threw in the towel.
Big tough Taz. Never submit Taz. Threw in the towel.
Here's my problem with this. This is
Hate to see it.
They've had an ending where you throw in the towel. I love AEW.
Wait, repeat that part, Drew. I didn't hear it.
This is the second time they've had an ending to a match and with somebody throwing in the towel.
I don't necessarily have a problem with the number of times they threw in the towel. I just have a problem with who threw in the towel.
Because it's Taz?
Yeah.
Well, after the match, Cage then beats him down again, beats down Moxley with the FTW Championship, only for the lights to go out and Darby Allin to return. All 120 pounds of him, short shorts and all, showing up, blasting Cage with the skateboard in the throat and sending them away to make the save. Darby Allin has been gone since the ladder match that Brian Cage ended up getting the number one contender shot for. So I'm assuming that they're going to use this as a new angle. Darby Allin does show up with a new tattoo. I don't know
his neck?
Guys. No, it's the full-on arm one. The arm one that's like a full-on skeleton.
Oh. So Cage wasn't even mad at Moxley that he threw in the towel.
He wasn't mad at Taz.
Yeah, Taz. What I would say, yeah.
It seems like it's, we're preserving your health, and we'll get him next time, kid.
We were supposed to really just go with the fact that he had surgery on his arm and give him an out. This big, strong mech warrior looking guy.
Yeah, a guy who's called a cyborg. and looks like he could fucking flip my car. Gets into an armbar by John Moxley.
Not to mention, he displayed that he can curl Moxley during the match.
And they mentioned that Moxley hasn't been able to work out or train because he's been under house arrest because of COVID, while his wife tries not to burn down the fucking house.
The storylines are writing themselves here.
I'm sorry. I really like the AEW, but once again, this is the second time they've done this finish. I don't want to see it overdone because it's a shitty finish. I mean, I guess that, he'll have his decision. They're going to speak on it this week and talk about the reasoning why he threw in the towel. But from my opinion, it's like it just doesn't make sense. I'm assuming that it's just on the standpoint of we got to kind of rush it because everything's fucked because of COVID. But it is what it is. Any thoughts on it?
I thought they shouldn't have done it, but that's my thought.
COVID. COVID's been the ultimate heel this year.
Yeah, it should win heel of the heel of the year in Pro Wrestling Illustrated because it is just fucking everything up.
I get that he was established elsewhere, but they should have built this up a little longer.
Yeah, here's the problem. Not everyone watches every wrestling promotion. I understand that AEW appeals to hardcore fans, but if you're trying to build fans other than just the diehard fans, when you bring a wrestler in, you have to kind of like tell people who they are. Even if you're assuming that they know, you can't just assume. Because, let's face it, not everyone watches Impact. Not everyone watched Lucha Underground. A lot of people don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, I get it. That's why I said they should have spent some time building him up. I mean, don't just throw him into the title picture a month later. And that was, to me, that's the big show syndrome. That's what I call it.
They're definitely having these moments where it reminds me of 2007 TNA Impact, where every time that they get a new talent, it's like, guess who's getting a world title match? You are.
That's something I used to do. That's something I used to do in GM mode when I was playing the GM mode on old wrestling games. Whenever I switched over someone else from the other roster, they would immediately get a title shot. But you're not supposed to do that in real life. I knew better not to do that. Like if I was really booking something, but I just did it because what the hell? I was tired of seeing whoever was in my main event in that one show.
It's MVP. He's in the title match. Elijah fucking Burke is your world champion.
All days, Drew. Come on, man.
Listen, man. Everybody debuts at the top. You know what I mean?
Not Elijah Burke, man. Come on, man. Leave me alone.
Elijah Burke versus Sabu at SummerSlam. This is gonna be lit.
Elijah Burke.
There are people listening to this podcast right now like, who the fuck is Elijah? I gotta go on Wikipedia now.
Hey, you could have said Evan Bourne.
Motherfuckers are making me do fucking homework. People probably don't know who Evan Bourne is either. Let's face it.
They will. They will when they research RKO.
That's where RKO out of nowhere is from.
Yep.
That was the highlight of Randy Orton's career right there. I don't care about the world titles. I don't care about, all the main events. That fucking RKO was the shit.
Yeah. Put Evan Bourne on the mat, not the map.
I like the T versus the P right there. That's a nice enunciation.
So Did you want to go to SmackDown?
Oh, let me go ahead and get that pulled up.
SmackDown.
Remember the old SmackDown music? Remember that joint?
I remember.
I'm a loser.
Then
Hey,
there
can we
was,
talk about Big Show? Get the fuck out of here. Huh?
then there was also the music that starts like da 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 da. That one.
Right. And beautiful people. Beautiful people. The beautiful people. With,
Like
what's his
8
name?
years after the song came out.
Yeah.
Good job, Vince.
So Big Show begins March to SummerSlam title match with unsanctioned win. He he's at the results. This is just an outline. Did they scrap the hacker thing? Because
I think they did let that go. Haven't heard anything about it as of late from, I should say read anything about it from the places I've been checking.
all right, so SmackDown, Big E was in singles competition, took on Cesaro.
Also, by the way, the hacker thing is officially now the new GTV, or we're just never going to know the outcome.
Oh my god, GTV was every week, dude. I was watching. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, what's the rules on stealing? I won't say necessarily a gimmick, but like a story that was not sought through all the way. So what if somebody wanted to pick that up?
Hey,
Could there be any repercussions?
I don't think so.
As long as the trademark lapsed.
Just figure somebody else can pick that up and play Watchdog.
Hey, if there's anybody gonna play Watchdog, it might be AEW. Opening match, Big E took on Cesaro. This was the prelude to the tag team match at Extreme Rules. Cesaro took the L as Big E pinned him. So there was a table after the match was over. So it ended up being a tables match on Sunday. With that, moving on. Moment of Bliss, Asuka and Nikki Cross took on Bayley and Sasha Banks. Bayley got the win using the ropes for leverage by a pin on Nikki Cross, which they had a singles match on Sunday. We'll get to that. John Morrison took on Braun Strowman. There's a quick promo. As soon as the bell rang, squash fest. Strowman started destroying Morrison with ease. Took him less than 3 minutes to beat John Morrison, a guy you brought in, probably paying him a nice chunk of change. I don't know why, though.
They're paying them so nobody else gets them, basically.
Well, yeah.
Lacey, and you would want somebody like that to have a back and forth?
Yeah, right. Lacey Evans took on Naomi. The women's right was the finisher used to beat Naomi, and Lacey Evans got the victory. They doing Naomi dirty.
Did you see social media?
No.
After that, several people were tweeting in the wrestling business about how Naomi deserves better. People like Leo Rush, Charlotte, a lot of different people. Yeah, Charlotte.
She's one of the people that does her dirty.
I mean, I'm sure she's not the one booking the matches.
All right, whatever.
Valid question. Matt Riddle in the main event challenging AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. Another one of those back and forth matches. But Styles ended up beating him. And then when he beat him, after the match, he tried shaking his hand. But it was a ruse. And then Baron Corbin came out and attacked him to hit the end of days to cap off the show.
There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Right, yeah, me either.
Baron fucking Corbin. Wow. How low we go.
What do you mean low?
Is he still King Corbin?
Why not?
Well, how did you just pulled up the results, right, Mac? How did you read his name? Did it say King or Baron? Because that'll tell you. Huh?
I said relax.
What did it say? Seriously.
Baron.
Well, there you go.
I'm just saying, because this guy went from feuding with Roman to feuding with Matt Riddle.
True.
One of the biggest call-ups, bro.
I could see you looking at that as something as, if Baron was winning, but I don't think he won a single match in that feud.
He was still feuding with them. I mean, it's a lot better than feuding with Matt Riddle, who is probably in the doghouse with WWE because of all the shit that's going on with them.
Well, I mean, good luck.
I look at it as a person with $1 million giving you $20 versus a person with $20 giving you $20. Baron still got $20, is all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I guess.
If you didn't win in any of those feuds, what does it matter?
So that was the main event of SmackDown.
That was it for SmackDown?
That was the main event.
Jesus Christ.
Do we want to get to Extreme Rules?
Sure.
Sir, do you have that pulled up, or do you need me to pull it up?
I'm pulling it up.
You got it? All right.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to look for it, but I didn't find the right one. Let's talk about this Extreme Rules horrible show.
By the way, I'm wondering if The Godfather was like so excited because he thought it was the horror show. Like, oh yeah, we're back.
That honestly would have been better.
Y'all gonna let whores in the crowd? Sign me up.
Choo choo. Okay, so pre-show. How the Mighty Fall. Kevin Owens and Murphy.
Yeah, when I seen this, I was like, "Oh shoot, the pay-per-view started?" And I was, "Oh no, it hasn't started yet." He's just out early. He's gonna be asking for a release soon if he hasn't already.
I said I was done with it, man. Put him on commentary.
Kevin Owens?
Yeah, I said it last week. I said I'm done with this dude.
I can see him going to Impact.
Yeah, he does look like that kind of guy.
What is Owen Kevins doing in the Impact Zone?
Owen Kevins.
It's
okay.
Cesaro.
He won the match, though. He did.
He did. Yes, I'm sorry.
He did win.
Yeah, that's important on the pre-show.
Get that Usos blow up. You know what I mean?
Next match we had SmackDown Tag Titles. New Day defending against Cesaro and Nakamura.
I don't even remember how they became a team.
Well, they were in that group with Sammy.
What was the name of that group? Did they have a name?
Sammy, Nakamura, and Cesaro.
Oh man. Yeah, they won though, right?
Yes, Cesaro and Nakamura did end up winning.
Yeah, they beat him for the tag team championship.
Congratulations on their huge win.
Huge win, yeah.
It was some decent table spots, but
yeah,
I don't have much else to say about it.
Yo, is it me or do championships just don't mean shit anymore? It's not like I'm excited that a belt changed hands.
No, I agree. It's definitely feeling like they just don't care.
Well, I think it's who was going on, like who's.
Yeah, that's true, but like,
I feel like they're just throwing a title at somebody, just hoping it makes something happen.
I don't necessarily know. Like, I mean, I'm not necessarily a real tag team kind of guy, so there's not many tag teams I ever cared about. But for anybody that is, I mean, I imagine New Day fans were upset.
Well, here's my thing. I appreciate when tag teams are tag teams and not just two singles guys thrown together, because there's no chemistry at all.
Yeah.
New Day has chemistry. Cesaro and Nakamura feel like just two guys just thrown together.
Well, not just the tag team championships too. I mean, the U.S. championship. The last person that made me feel something about a championship was R-Truth.
Yeah, that's bad.
Drew McIntyre is a heavyweight champion. Who gives a fuck?
Well, we won't know because of COVID.
Well, I mean, yeah, but damn. It's like, I don't know, man. Who's a SmackDown champion? I
don't think you even care about the championship R-Truth has. It's just that you like the character R-Truth.
Seriously, who was the SmackDown champion?
The world champion there?
Yeah.
Braun.
It's Braun.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. That I was tripping. But, I mean, look at the opponents that they give him. Meaning Drew McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler, come on, man.
You know how? Yeah, listen. There's a new champion starter pack that they have for everybody when they become new, and Dolph Ziggler is just in that lineup. Just gotta face it. He appears out of nowhere, having not earned a single title shot, and hey, we need you for a couple months.
He's the first boss in your starting village whenever you're in a new video game. He's that first level 1 boss.
Yeah, and then that level 1 boss becomes a common enemy that you just have to deal with.
Yeah, he just becomes a random enemy. It's just like, wow, I'm really strong. It's like, no, you're not. We just throw this at everyone.
Yeah, he's like the Licker Resident Evil 1. Gets an intro after that. No more.
All right, what's next?
The next we had was next one we had was Bayley defending her title against Nikki Cross. This one ended with Bayley getting the win.
Yeah, nobody thought Nikki Cross was going to win. It's just not time.
The only belt she can get is when she steals it out of Shane McMahon's bag.
Oh.
It's a Midian reference for anyone who doesn't know.
You said it's my time.
Next match we were supposed to have MVP versus Apollo Crews. However, it looks like Apollo Crews has come down with the Rona. So MVP, what's that?
I said not the Rona.
No. So he forfeited the belt to MVP. So MVP is now your United States champion.
I saw that.
Did you actually really forfeit it to him?
Yeah.
So he is the champion. I like that U.S. title, by the way.
Yeah, it does look nice.
I can see Apollo Crews getting COVID because he's always smiling with his mouth open, showing his teeth. So he's like an easy target for it. But I thought they were gonna just like let him ride out 2 weeks and come back and defend it since Andrade had his for a little bit, and it wasn't even Corona; he was just suspended. So, yeah, I don't know. They could have had a match. I mean, they knew this ahead of time, and they could have done a match with somebody on the card. I'm sure you had people just waiting behind the scenes, not doing anything.
Yeah, but that's not how WWE does it.
I mean, I get they're trying to like they cut these pay-per-views short nowadays because they have a last ride segment that's going to go on from now to the next year, but getting tired of those. But anyway, continue.
So the next match we had was the eye for an eye match. Seth Rollins against Rey Mysterio.
The match itself wasn't terrible, but it was.
Why does Rey Mysterio get stuck in all these fucking matches? The control or the Dominic on a pole match.
Listen, man, it's because Dominic's around, man. That's whenever he's around, this is the stuff he's got to do. Just think of how silly it's going to be when he's actually he's teaming up with Dominic.
I just feel like anytime that Dominic's around, it's like, hey, we got a bullshit match for you. You're going to love it. No, not really, but you're going to love it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yeah, he took out Rey Mysterio's eye, I guess. This is TVPG.
Yeah, it was very PG, though. You didn't see nothing. This was very tame Extreme Rules, by the way. Like, probably the most tame I've ever seen.
I don't know how we can sit there and we go, well, we can't do chair shots or any kind of like hard bumps because we don't want kids to think that, or kids to reenact anything that they see on our programming. But we're going to take a motherfucker's eye out.
Well, those kids could just go on the network and, scroll back a few years and still reenact and think those things.
I mean, if you're going to take somebody, can I at least get the monographic effect on the screen? Make it white and black? So I can act like there's blood gushing out when there's really not?
And then Seth Rollins hops on his fucking Instagram or something, or his Twitter, and it's like, I threw up after the match because it was so gross.
Fucking liar.
Yeah. I wonder if that will be a ongoing stipulation now. Kind of like the Elimination Chamber when it was first cool, and then they had like 20,000 of them after that.
We're just going to have the annual eye for an eye match.
Yeah, like tables, ladders, chairs, and eyes. Like it's the,
Oh my.
The next match that we have is Asuka defending against Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship.
This was the one match I was looking forward to out of everything.
And it let you down. So the match ends in a no contest.
It was a miscommunication,
However,
but you know,
Bailey takes the belt and awards it to Sasha Banks.
And you know what's crucial here that matters, kids? Two things. One, we heard a ring bell, so that means it was official. And secondly, we got Sasha music.
and Bailey put on a referee shirt, which you know, Vince McMahon has done himself, Shane McMahon has done himself. So why wouldn't it be? Why would it be official?
Right. I'm just saying. Some people were questioning it.
I do like that they are making a storyline out of this, so you know there is that. At least WWE is making a storyline, but we'll see where it goes. Hopefully, it actually goes to something good. But yeah, they are turning this into a storyline. We'll talk about that at Raw.
Right.
Next match we have is Drew McIntyre defending against Dolph Ziggler. Stipulation only applies to Ziggler. McIntyre had to wrestle in a normal singles rules match. However, Ziggler got Extreme Rules. If McIntyre gets disqualified or counted out, Ziggler wins the championship. Obviously, when your stipulation is 3 lines long, this belt's not changing hands. McIntyre wins in about 15 minutes.
One claymore to the face.
To the face. And again, does it matter that McIntyre beat Ziggler? No.
They couldn't even use, when they were a team, Ziggler beat him because it didn't happen.
Right. Did they even use that in the angle at all? I didn't pay attention to that.
It was all a dream.
Poor story line writing here.
And the last match of the night, Wyatt Swamp Fight. Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman.
When we said we heard there's going to be no title on the line, we already knew what the hell's going to happen.
We said we knew what was going to happen, but they were like, no, you don't know what the fuck we're going to be doing on this motherfucker.
This was Fiend Day the 13th.
He put the tweet out with the half Jason mask on, the face mask. Ugh. Could have never gave Undertaker and AJ Styles money. Because now look.
So, all this stuff goes on during this match. Eventually, they get Braun Strowman chained to a chair. A guy comes out with a snake that bites him in the face. And then Sister Abigail shows up.
Not just
are we assuming that though, or is that really her? Was that really supposed to be her?
I don't know if that's actually her or if that's like Bray Wyatt like brainwashing him, and it's kind of like Ultimate Warrior in WCW, where only Hulk Hogan can see him in the mirror, but we see him too. It's like only Braun Strowman can see that Sister Abigail's Alexa Bliss, but I mean we see it too. I don't know if it's supposed to be like fucking with the senses or what, but
yeah, his helmet.
Right.
That's the only thing that was messing with.
This match was all over the place. It was definitely them sitting there going, "Hey, we can definitely make something out of this cinematic shit. So let's just make movies."
You think they decided to put Alexa Bliss there as Sister Abigail to say, hey, look, guys, we know how to carry out storylines. Remember that tag team intergender championship that we gave out? Now look.
And nobody cared about?
Right. All torn to shreds now, guys. Look. Alexa and Braun. Don't you love it?
But that's why it don't make sense, because they didn't show any signs of them liking each other any other time. They just happened to be a thing tonight. Because
Well,
every
they
hero
always like
needs a love interest.
they always kind of like flirted with each other behind the scenes and on like Instagram and shit. So a lot of people thought something was going on. So I guess they use that like, oh, the smart fans will get it.
It's awful.
She's like this. She's literally the size of his arm.
Which arm?
Ugh.
I'm just asking for context, dog.
I only saw 2 arms. If you saw a third one, you keep that to yourself.
Oh shit.
But that was Extreme Rules.
At least they gave us like multiple Extreme Rules matches with stipulations.
What would you usually say around this time, Mac? Paul Heyman rolling over his grave.
Like that. Paul Heyman is rolling over in his grave, though. Fuck is he doing that?
Did you want to get to dirt then?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Oh, also letter grade for Extreme Rules.
Z.
I didn't even watch, so
I'll give it a deep.
I was at home doing absolutely nothing, and I said I'm not watching this.
I'll give it a D plus. It really hit what I was expecting. The eye for an eye match really killed the show for me. I'm just like, I just felt like WWE who takes themselves so seriously sometimes really just. I think that they're trying to be a goofy independent style and fucked it all up.
I do have a question. Does the WWE give a shit about the road to SummerSlam?
I think they did before they knew that they weren't going to have crowds.
Yeah.
Once they figured out that they weren't going to have crowds, they said, do whatever you want.
Yeah, now that there's like no crowds and I mean they don't have to fill an arena. They probably should care since all their revenue is going to be coming from the network, but they don't. To them it's just fuck it. At this point, 2020 is a wash. Let's just get through this fucking year.
Yeah. I agree.
So what do we have next?
We got dirt.
All right, well, cue me in.
Dirt. Hold on. Dirt.
Drew said, "Damn,
I
son."
thought that was the cue. The new cue is just where we going dirt.
Nah.
Well, you messed mine up. The opposite of clean. Drew wants to get dirty.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Okay. So, a few weeks back, we talked about the sexual assault come down in pro wrestling. Well, one of the more prominent accused, and one of the guys who's accused most, was Joey Ryan, who has broken his silence finally.
Mm.
And posted about an hour-long video where he does look completely different, completely shaven, got rid of the mustache, just looks like a totally different person.
Shake all
And
the accusations off of him.
Gotta be on a run.
so he said that the reason it took him so long to address it was he was talking to his therapist,
He had to get
and
right.
his lawyer. His lawyer said since there's no current lawsuits, he can discuss it. So he's saying he has text messages and DMs confirming that everything that happened was legal and consensual.
Ooh.
Let me pull up the list that he broke down.
Wait a minute. Who was Joey Ryan again?
So Joey Ryan is an indie darling. He owned Bar Wrestling. He more recently worked for Impact Wrestling.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember the All Out show, the guy who came out with the inflatable penises.
I remember somebody talking about it a long time ago. I didn't know it was him.
Yeah. So let me pull this up right now.
Pulling up. Pulling out.
Oh.
Well,
I apologize, folks. I should be a lot more prepared, but okay, here we go.
What Drake say? We know how that shit go.
Okay, so following claims regarding a claim from somebody who said he actively pursued the guy's fiance who was instrumental in helping ruin the person's life. Joey says the woman never mentioned being engaged or having a boyfriend when she came to Los Angeles. He also had text messages showing that. Regarding a fan who claimed Joey propositioned him to grab his penis, then grab the guy at the same time behind the merch table. Ryan claims that part is untrue. Regarding a claim that he assaulted a woman in a bathroom at a wedding, Joey claims that they had been drinking, snuck into the bathroom to make out. He then claims she performed consensual sex act on him. I'm assuming it has to do with her mouth and his member.
consensual oral.
Yeah. After this, Joey says she continually tried to go on dates with him and have threesomes with other parties, which he showed evidence of in text message and DMs. He believed that she wouldn't have done this if she felt like he assaulted her. Regarding a claim from former With Spandex editor Danielle Matheson, alleging Ryan used his mental health issues to sexually abuse her in 2019, Joey claims he did confide in her and that they shared a hotel room in 2019. He also shows text messages between them showing it was her idea to share the room, as well as a message showing she consented beforehand to quote unquote cuddling. Joey additionally shares a retraction she had to make about Trent Seven in the speaking out movement to discredit her character. Regarding an anonymous claim, which said he forced himself on a woman in a hotel room, Joey claims it was consensual and that he stopped when she got weirded out because they knew each other's exes. Regarding another anonymous claim that he sexually assaulted a friend of his in a hotel room, he says it was consensual and that they both regretted it after because it. What's that?
I said, God damn, you got a lot of.
Yeah, he got a lot of. Both regretted it afterwards because it changed their relationship. He was also friends with her significant other, so he felt bad.
Is he filing taxes? Because goddamn.
Right? He's goddamn, man. I'm looking at this list, man. Fuck.
He's got evidence to back all of those claims.
It was an hour-long video, dude.
Jeez.
That's how you come correct.
Regarding claims made by wrestler Elena Black, saying he was inappropriately DMing her, Joey denies all the claims and shows evidence of their messages. Regarding a claim that he only booked a girl on one of his shows on her 18th birthday so she would touch his dick in the ring, Joey claims it was part of an storyline they both had been excited about. He also talks about how he offered to make out with.
Hold on. Wait, say that again.
What?
He said that they were both excited about it.
So here's the thing. Okay, so Joey Ryan's whole gimmick was the dick flip. His gimmick.
Yes, that dude.
Yeah, it's that guy. The guy who you would grab his dick, he would like hulk up and then flip you.
Was this only like women wrestlers?
No, he did it to Mick Foley.
Oh. Okay.
So Joey claims it was part of the ongoing storyline they were both excited about. He also talks about how he offered to make out with her after she turned 18. When she said no, he respected it.
How do you offer to make out with somebody when they turn 18?
Hey, can I make you an offer? I will give you 7 clams and a $5 gift certificate to Hot Topic if you make out with me for 5 minutes. No? Okay, I respect it.
And then we can go to Johnny Rockets after.
Oh man.
Like fucking Rockets. What are we in 6th grade?
Yeah,
Regarding
get a malt and a float.
regarding claims made by wrestler Alex Garcia, in what she said he surprised her by walking out of the bathroom naked while she was in his hotel room. Joey claims this was a case of him completely misreading signals. He says that because she was trying to talk and hang out so often, he thought she wanted to hook up. Ryan also shares a slew of messages from her, just showing she was being nice to him, not saying anything sexual at all. He goes on to say that his ego caused him to be impatient because he didn't want to spend a lot of time courting her, as he felt the long conversations they had already shared together were enough. At the end of this part, he apologized for her.
So basically, he's saying he filled up his romance meter in Grand Theft Auto, and now it's time to bone.
He's like, listen, I'm not trying to talk to you too much. Just shut the fuck up in the bed. No? Okay. I read that wrong. I read that wrong. That was my bad. That was me, dog. That was me. He also mentions wrestler Alley Cat and says he believes it was irresponsible of her to lead people to believe he sexually assaulted her. He then claims they had a very consensual threesome with another female wrestler. You also wrestled me at a later date and not only were agreeable to all of the penis related offense,
Oh my
but
god.
also pitching ideas yourself. And I feel like if you felt traumatized by me, you wouldn't be so eager to do the match, he added. Oh fuck! There's so many bullet points.
I see where everybody wants to be a wrestler these days.
Regarding claims made by two women from the Not Your Demo podcast, saying he was inappropriate with them in a hotel room. Joey claims they told him beforehand that it was a nude podcast interview, and he attempted to call their bluff on it. They said they didn't want to do it though. He immediately retracted and apologized. One of the girls, however, allegedly hooked up with Joey in a hotel room after the incident.
A nude podcast interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Regarding a claim from a woman who said he was inappropriate with her in a car while married, Joey says he didn't remember the incident at all, but he apologized and she accepted. Regarding the ring announcer from the UK,
Wait, who was married in that last one?
just some random woman.
Oh, I mean, would that have made a difference in the case or no?
I think so. Regarding a ring announcer from the UK who claimed he came on to her in a very strong manner during an after party, Joey claims he also doesn't remember the incident, but is still sorry if he made her feel uncomfortable. Regarding wrestler Vanessa Craven, claiming he tried to pressure her into sex on multiple occasions, as well as use his influence in wrestling to get to personal gain. Joey claims he believes the flirting between them was always mutual, as evidenced by her saying they kissed. We got 3 more. Regarding
Wait, bro, damn.
regarding Jetta claiming he tried to pressure her into having sex after shows. Ryan claims he drunkenly came on to her in a strong manner in an after party. When she said no, however, he respected her wishes. As far as a claim she made about him trying to get into her hotel room once, he says that didn't happen and that he had sex with a local fan from France that night. So he's like, hey, I sexually assault you. I sexually assaulted a fan that night. So fuck you.
He was like, listen, I got to put my Richard somewhere. So I don't care where it's going, but it's got to go on one of you. That's just what this guy sounds like he's out there doing.
I didn't shoot that guy, Your Honor, because I was too busy shooting Ray Ray down the street.
Are you 18? Okay, great. Are you a wrestler? Okay, great. You want to have a match with me? Okay, great. Oh, you want to spend time? You want to go in my hotel room? Okay, great. I'm about to get naked, so I just want to know, are we good? That's this dude right here.
Regarding a claim from a woman who said he was inappropriate with her at a bar while she was underage and intoxicated, Joey says he did flirt with her at the bar, but freaked out when he learned she was only 16 and allowed him to be in the bar. And finally, regarding a claim from ex-girlfriend named Victoria, who said he hurt her during sex. Joey claims she was an adult film star who requested to do rough things when they were intimate. So I wanted to be considerate lover and attempt these things that I'm really not into and didn't really know how to do. But I
Choke
tried.
out just a little.
And I remember one time her complaining that I choked her too hard. But all these theatrics that she cooked up afterwards never happened, he said. Joey also says that they had a bad breakup, and he believes she's still trying to hurt him because she holds a grudge. So that's a lot of fucking accusations, folks.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
a lot.
he has receipts, but still, holy fuck.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He must just plan on just being a scumbag when he goes out to have that many receipts.
This dude, when he walks out the door, he's like, okay, got my keys, got my cell phone, got my wallet, just throws his dick out the door first. Wherever it lands.
Bro, the man, he treats his dick like it's a mask. Can't leave home without it. Oh shit, my face mask. Joey Ryan. Oh shit, my dick.
It's a GPS, and the P don't mean positioning.
What does the P mean, man?
You know what it be?
Penis.
Oh,
No.
pussy.
Yeah.
I just like when I was reading at work, I just like scrolled through it a little bit. I didn't see all the bullet points. I'm like, God damn, no wonder it was an hour. The next bit that we have is Impact Slammiversary was this past weekend. And Impact, not wanting to be outdone by AEW, made sure they got their fill of ex-WWE wrestlers to sign. So they debuted EC3, Heath Slater, Gallows, Anderson, and Eric Young, all at their Slammiversary pay-per-view.
Welcome back.
So they're working. Ric Flair's wife
Which
has
one?
tested. The new one, the current one.
2020 wife? Okay.
By the way, I was going to make that same joke, and I'm like, nah. I'm glad you made it. She did test positive for COVID. And Ric Flair is doing his best to be a 70-year-old white guy in North Carolina by going everywhere without a mask, even though his wife has COVID.
Well, Ric Flair is one of those, I'll send my shorty to the doctor. That's how I know if I got it or not. So.
You gotta not have it.
I don't get tested for AIDS. I just ask my former partners, hey, you got AIDS? Just ask. He's one of those guys who gets a new test, a new job, and they're like, "Hey, we got to do a blood test for the test for the job." Oh, okay, great. And then when it comes back all clear and nobody said anything about AIDS, you're great. Fuck yeah, you're doing good. Even though they're not checking for it. WWE is planning Nation of Domination 2.0.
Oh, God.
For real?
Yes, with MVP stable. The Hurt Business is what it's called. They're looking to make this stable like a new Nation of Domination. So that's going to be interesting in 2020. And then finally, in an interview with Ryan Satin, Gallows and Anderson talked about their WWE release, and they had somebody to blame for their release. Who do you think threw him under the bus to get fired?
Paul Heasy?
I'll tell you something about these two jabronis. My wife decided that every word will end with the phrase
That's That's a horrible Triple H.
And I'm sorry, who did you say, Swervy?
I said Paul Heasy.
That it's Paul Heyman. So what happened was they were talking.
I don't get why though. But go ahead.
So they figured out pretty quickly working there that Paul Heyman's the biggest bullshitter. He'll tell you one thing, and then he'll do something completely different. And when they got fired, AJ Styles was definitely upset. Somebody backstage is like, "Hey, just so you know, it was Paul Heyman who asked Talent Relations to let him go." He went to Paul Heyman. "Paul, did you do this?" "My good sir, I would never do something like that. That is outrageous. Why would you think I would do something like that?" So, AJ Styles goes back to the guy. "Are you sure it was Paul Heyman?" "Yeah, I'm positive." "So what do you do at work when one of your supervisors is fucking you around?" "You go above his head." AJ went right to Vince. "Vince, tell me straight. Was it Paul Heyman who got Gallows and Anderson fired?" And apparently Vince McMahon said to AJ, "Listen, wasn't my call. All Talent Relations." But
Wait,
yeah,
Vince said it wasn't my call.
Vince didn't fire these guys. It was Talent Relations.
But he said it wasn't my call.
Well, as far as like who got fired. But then he says, "But yes, it was Paul who put in the word." So even Vince is like, "Yeah, Paul Heyman got these guys fired." So I guess AJ Styles is not a fan of Paul Heyman at all right now.
And Vince couldn't do anything to override that.
Well, this is actually what led to AJ being sent to SmackDown recently. If you notice, right before Paul Heyman got fired as director of Raw, AJ got traded right to SmackDown.
Mm.
He didn't want to work with the dude. So that happened. More drama behind the scenes than on the scenes.
AJ Styles, poor nepotism or frienditism, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, this guy is the biggest Nia Jax fan, and is like, "Oh, nepotism at work again, I see."
Who, me?
Yeah,
Motherfucker, I don't wrestle.
bro.
I'm friend.
If Alexa Bliss injured as many people as Nia Jax has, she would have been fired after the second person. Nia Jax, The Rock's cousin. It's okay. We'll give you a sixth chance. You'll get better. We know you'll get better.
And Nia be mad at The Rock that he got that kind of pull.
Maybe she's the banana peels off her feet, so she doesn't keep on falling down and injuring people.
Every week I gotta hear you bitch about Nia Jax, man. Stop being mad at Nia, man. Be mad at yourself.
Why would I be mad at myself?
That's what I'm saying.
I can't help it that they let Haku into the fucking women's division.
Look at the disrespect. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh man.
Anthony was responsible for probably the greatest run in a women's division in this company's history.
Nia Jax?
Yes, sir.
And by run, you mean that the women aren't running from her, right? Like, that's not what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, she don't sucker punch the shit out of Becky. We don't get that Stone Cold moment. And tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, okay. So because she's shitty in the ring, we should be applauding it.
Everything happens for a reason, pimp.
This is the guy who goes to fucking New York City and goes, "Hey, this 9/11 memorial looks great. Maybe it wasn't such a bad day. I mean, this looks really nice. We wouldn't have had this without 9/11.
I'm just tired of you coming in here shitting on my girl Nia. Like, I got something to say, man. I ain't never did nothing to you.
I mean,
Drew,
we would have never really.
Drew could have easily been Dean Ambrose on his way out.
He could have been, right? But nah, that's he could have been. And he would have Probably Dick would have been hard, probably in the ring. Probably would have been so damn excited to fight her.
Yeah, but think about that. That is crazy when you think about it, dude. He was on his way out, and they was going to put her up against him to injure him before he can make it into the company.
And they paid him $500 on the way out.
The WWE's a hockey team, bro. She's a bruiser.
Oh man.
She's not even second line. She's third line, and she's only there to injure people.
Mac's one of those guys who's like, oh, we would have never made it to the moon without those Nazi scientists at NASA. So, I mean, I guess if you think about it, the Holocaust wasn't a terrible thing. I mean, we got to the moon. You wouldn't have had that without, the Holocaust. So, count your lucky stars, dog.
There would be no get rich or die trying had it not been for 50 Cent's attempted murder.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, shot 9 times in the mouth. I'm sure that sucked for him. But, man, I grinded on so much snatch to end the club.
hey, look, we don't get Kanye through the wire without the accident. That's all I'm saying.
You don't get Kim Kardashian nudes without OJ killing his wife.
Leave Nia alone, bro. I'm about to have her come sick on you. Nia put that right hand up, Drew, and ball it up like a fist. What you gonna do?
I mean, probably die.
So stop talking shit.
I mean, but let's face it, she could be crossing the street and kill somebody. It's Nia Jax.
He said the vehicle gonna fold on impact, huh, man?
She like old girl from the old Superman TV show where she would stick her hand out in mid traffic and they would just stop. You from Krypton?
What do we got for Raw?
Oh damn! I'm too busy.
I thought we did, Raw.
Nah. Who was we, Swerve? Because I heard that little whack ass joke.
What you talking about?
Come on, man. All right, here we go. I thought this was Jason Jordan for a second, but it's not. It's Randy Orton.
You said Jason Jordan?
Yeah, I thought he was Jason Jordan for a second. You know Randy Orton likes to be tanned as fuck. So Raw happened. Seth Rollins defeated Aleister Black. Prior to the match, Rollins came out talking about the match with him and Mysterio. After stating that no one is left to stand in his way, Aleister came through, ran through Murphy, and chased Rollins. So I don't know if this is going to be the next feud between these two guys.
He beat him, right? I mean, he defeated him, didn't he?
Yeah, with the help of Murphy.
Man, I feel sorry for Aleister Black.
So after the match, Rollins smashed his arm into the ring post, and then drove his shoulder to the ground. So he might be hurt. Kayfabe. We got a new 24/7 champion. Anyone want to take a guess?
No.
No.
I got a hint. He's there when you need him.
Can't think of anybody like that.
Oh, you can't.
Shane McMahon?
Close.
Vince?
Oh. Shelton Benjamin.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ron Simmons was backstage, and he told MVP and Bobby Lashley, he didn't say damn, he actually said words. And he said, think about the way that they're doing things, and said there has to be a better way. MVP then called over R-Truth, who told MVP that his belt wasn't the real title, since Apollo was the real champion. And then he put him in a match. Moving on, Mustafa Ali, Cedric, The
made his
entertainment.
return,
Mustafa Ali's back. He's on TV for the first time in 2020.
and
Let's go.
he's got his full name.
Right. And Ricochet took on Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin. So Shelton did two.
Oh, they went against the Blacks.
Oh my. So Mustafa Ali hit a neck breaker and went up to hit a splash for the victory. Ali versus MVP, maybe? Who knows? Uh, Ruby Riott defeated Peyton Royce. No one cares about who won that match. It was
Wait, that was important
why?
because apparently she hasn't won a match since February of 2019.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's not gonna beat the new Raw champ or the SmackDown champ, so I guess it's cool. Street Profits, they defeated Andrade and Angel Garza via pinfall in a non-title match. Selena Vega ran down Garza and Andrade. There was a little feud between those two after the match, and I guess Selena Vega talked them back into their common sense phase. I guess you could say that, to get them aligned as a team instead of opponents. They are a team. So after that, Stephanie McMahon came out, clarified the situation with the Raw Women's Championship. So Sasha said people said that she's been going around telling people that she stole the championship, but she didn't. She feels like she won. So Asuka and Kairi Sane was in the ring. They called Sasha a thief, and then came Stephanie. She interrupted on the Titantron and said that Extreme Rules match with Asuka had no ending. So Sasha Banks and Asuka are going to rematch for the Women's Championship next week, with the title changing hands via pinfall, submission, DQ, countout, and interference. So any result is going to yield a new champion or retaining the champion. Thoughts?
I'm sure it's going to be shenanigans, which is going to cause something for SummerSlam.
Good point.
So I'm assuming Becky or Sasha Banks is probably going to get the win by like disqualification or something. That's going to lead to a match at SummerSlam.
Because Bayley can come in and act like Sasha, or act like Bayley or Asuka had her.
I mean, she could just come in and blast Sasha like right at the beginning, and Sasha would win.
Right. We'll see. Kairi Sane defeated Bayley via pinfall in a non-title match, so that was strange.
Well, it's looking like this is probably going to be Kairi Sane's last match in WWE.
Which is why it was strange.
Right.
Well, they probably figure she might come back, so they want to like let her go with a win. So it's like, hey, that way you might want to come back eventually, instead of just being like, fuck her, bury her on her way out, so she never wants to come back.
Yeah,
I don't think they've ever done that, but okay.
Drew McIntyre gets a solid deal for a rematch with Ziggler.
I'm sorry, Mac, you're breaking up. I can't quite hear you.
Oh, can you hear me a little bit better?
Yeah.
All right, so McIntyre said he was done with Ziggler at Rules. That put the nail in the coffin. As he's saying he wants a more formidable opponent, cue Dolph Ziggler music. He saw something in McIntyre he hadn't seen in a long time. Fear. He said that he beat him in less than 24 hours and wasn't convinced with the victory. So He made a compelling case, and now we're gonna get this part two. And
Yay.
there's picking the stipulation this time.
Wait, who is?
McIntyre.
Oh,
So there's that. And in the main event, the unsanctioned match between Big Show and Orton. It was unsanctioned. Randy Orton beat him by way of pinfall. Big Show was winning, but then here comes Andrade and Garza, who threw him in the ring steps. Viking Raiders came out to help with a save, but it was Randy Orton's knee.
another legend bites the dust.
I mean, Big Show's only in this spot because Edge is hurt.
Yeah.
What he needs to be doing is whipping up another season of that Netflix show.
I knew you was gonna say. You watched all the episodes?
Yes, I did. Getting ready to run it back.
Drew, you ready to end this episode, bro?
I am so ready.
Talk like that, man. Fuck. Yo, can we write down his takes? He said that Devil was top 5. That's one.
You guys
And
like him in AEW?
This might be more outlandish. When you talk about something, you about to run back season 1 of the Big Show. Asking for season 2.
Listen, it's a good show. That's all I gotta say.
No, that's the Big Show. Not a good one.
It was top 10 when it debuted.
Oh, for like what, 6 hours?
Don't matter. It was there.
Yo, Drew,
Good family show, man.
you gotta tell Swerve to stay away from the Glizzies, man.
Stay away from the Glizzies, man.
Drew, you know what a Glizzy is?
No, but I think that's where we should stay away from them.
Yeah, everybody should stay away from the Glizzies. What I want you to do, no chill, is go to Twitter and in the search bar type in Glizzy.
Hey, let me do that right now.
And folks, if you're on Twitter, you go to your search bar and type in No Pyro Podcast.
Hey, this isn't gonna be like when somebody. This isn't gonna be like when somebody told me to Google blue waffle, is it?
No. Even though you already knew what a blue waffle was, I'm assuming.
Not before I typed it in.
Yeah. Where you know what a Glizzy is, right?
No, but I just looked it up.
It's where somebody fingers a hot dog.
No, they just call hot dogs Glizzies.
Well, that's dumb as fuck.
I heard somebody get called a Glizzy gladiator earlier, and I said, "Oh, that has some kind of sexual connotation towards it."
Somebody who doesn't choke on their food when they get it stuck.
They called Joey Chestnut the all-time Glizzy competitor.
That dude, man. It's like they're starving kids in Ethiopia right now, and he's like, bro, I can fucking swallow like 76 hot dogs in one sitting. You just got to get them wet. Dude,
Imagine like going out to having the conversation with him about that. That's weird as hell. Hey man, so what do you do? Oh, I swallow hot dogs for a living. Whoa.
Oh, you just have to say gay porn, man. That's all you have to say.
He's on that X and XX thumbnail. You gotta scroll past by real quick. You know what I mean?
Man. He's that thumbnail on Pornhub where it's just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Do we have anything from Abby today?
We do not.
Abby taking weeks off. All right. Um, I don't have anything this week, man. I'll say this, yo, I haven't been watching shit. I haven't been watching.
Oh, believe me, the listeners can tell.
I haven't been watching shit. Nothing. Not watching tomorrow. Not watching Friday. I don't. The last time I watched Friday, I was getting ready for going out to dinner somewhere out of town, and it was just on. Matter of fact, the last time I watched SmackDown was when John Cena gave that promo right before Mania.
Hold up, y'all. I got some breaking news. The Flintstones, which features all 6 seasons, 166 episodes, are coming to Blu-ray 2020.
Okay.
Just thought I'd let y'all know. Don't know what's coming out, but be ready for that.
Well, thank you for the heads up.
Swervy, you should go out and get you a job as the human TV guy, because you be having shows on deck for boys, but you know what I mean? I ain't gonna watch. You know what I mean?
All right, listen. Let's end this show so I can put these fish sticks in the oven. We ain't talking about
Whoa,
nothing.
whoa,
Whoa, dude. I don't need to know what you're doing with your fish sticks.
Yeah.
Swervy
Yeah.
can get his treat,
You
his
guys are
wet
reaching.
his wet treat.
We're not really reaching that hard. I mean, fish sticks in the oven is. I mean, that's definitely something you can throw in there.
You
They
both
Gordon?
just talked about swallowing hot dogs.
Are they Gordons?
I don't even remember.
Or was it Vanderkamp? Is the other one the blue package?
I just grab it and toss it in the cart. I don't even look at it.
Oh, okay. All right. Non-discriminatory over there, Swerve. I see you, big dog. In this episode, my name is Total Mac, aka TBD Mac, aka Sick Flair, joining the building with Swervely, aka Two Stuff Swerve, aka Swervy Atmos, aka Swollen Pound, FKA Yoko Tuna, and last but not least, No Chill Drew, aka GB, aka the Applebee's Don, aka that shit was sounding crispy earlier, big dog. I salute to you. This is episode 104. And I think it's 104. No, this is 105.
Well, damn, you said 104 earlier.
Yeah, no, I wasn't there for 104, but yeah, it exists. This is episode 105. And we're on SoundCloud, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on and we're on YouTube. So give us a shout so you can listen to us while you washing dishes, cleaning up, on a John Deere outside, playing with joysticks. Hey man, we're here. Subscribe on YouTube as well. All right. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, y'all. Y'all stay good. Put your fucking mask on and stay the fuck away from me. Deuces.